I'm Bobby.
I'm Nathan.
And statistically speaking,
this could be a podcast.
do you enjoy staying in Airbnbs? Versus like hotel?
And I'd most likely prefer a hotel.
Why? What's the...
Usually hotels are a little bit more closer to things I want to do and not in some random neighborhood. Because if it's an Airbnb...
When was the last time you stayed at an Airbnb?
It's been a while.
Yeah.
It's just for me...
It's been a while. I got to get that on there.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
You know?
It's been a while.
No, just because... and usually I try to get a hotel that's got free breakfast and a pool. Those are things that, those help as well.
No, I like, it's always location based is where, like one of the times that we went to New York, we got an Airbnb apartment and everything like that. And it was nice to have like the experience of like living on the East Side and everything.
Yeah, I take that back. The last time I was in Japan. That was the last time I stayed in an Airbnb. How about that?
Here I go. I walked right into
You walked right into that one.
God damn it.
No, that was nice because, wrong. You want to talk about interesting. It's building codes in Japan.
Oh my God. Let's get into it.
Well, so like there's no like rhyme or reason. Like you can build a house anywhere you want. If you're in the middle of an industrial park, you can build a house there. You don't have to keep them separated. That's
another one I can get. Keep them separated.
Which I find like it's interesting. You can build a house. You can't build a factory anywhere you want, but you can build a house anywhere you want. Which is, if you want to live right next to like a giant warehouse, you can. It's fine. So they're not going to stop you.
So based on your experience there, was that close to the things that you want to do? Or
no, that was more like my wife wanted a interesting old Japanese house to live in.
Okay, so she wanted the experience.
Yeah, she wanted the experience, and it was nice. It wasn't completely out of the way, but it was, there was a little bit of hike. It wasn't like right next to a train station or something like that. But
what I find, because then we went. I'll use New York as an example, just because again it's a similar situation as far as wanted the experience,
right.
and like, oh cool, this will be fun, and the apartment was fine, and all had good reviews. They do have weird. Airbnb and the city of New York don't get along necessarily.
No, they're done.
We did have, so we booked this thing probably 9 months in advance, so like we just got a good deal.
Yeah.
It was on a whim and everything. And so we found this place on the west side, right by the Comedy Cellar. I'm like, oh, this would be great. This is, a block and a half away from the Comedy Cellar. This is going to be fantastic. Yeah. And then about 2.5 months before we leave, I get a note from our Airbnb host like, sorry, we have to cancel. Our landlord found out that we were doing Airbnb.
Yeah, you can't do that.
And I'm like, fuck. And so they canceled. I'm like, my God, now we are, now we're 2.5 months out. It's a little different than 9 months out. And luckily we were able to find a place that was within like the price range and everything. And so we found this spot. It was on the East Side. Not the same experience that I wanted.
Sure.
But still, we got in. That's better than nothing. And so it was a good experience and had a fun time. But then the second time that we went, we were like, should we do an Airbnb again? And I'm like, I think a hotel in the same area would give us the same kind of experience because, again, rarely are you at the place that you're staying.
Right.
Versus like, your situation with going to Japan, like maybe you did want to just hang out the house a little bit, And
we hung out a little bit. It wasn't that much. But, I mean, it was an interesting experience. And then we stayed at a couple of other. We stayed at the best was the Daiichi Business Hotel because that thing was just. It was business. My wife was the only other woman.
I can hit it again if you want.
Was the only other woman there besides like one of the proprietors, and it was just like. This is for business. This is for business dudes who are in town on business, and that's it.
I so want to hit it again.
It was the smallest fucking room ever.
Oh yeah.
It was so small, and then like it was like two like not even twin size beds. Literally, it was like the size of this room. Not like this size. It was very very small.
Do you have this situation when you walk into a hotel room that your wife will immediately start judging the surroundings?
Oh, yeah. We judge everything. But
I shouldn't say you guys. That's one of the pillars of your relationship is
judging people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's the one thing that when we go to a hotel room, like immediately when you open up the door, as though like I've been there, and I'm like, don't worry, it's cool. I've been here before. I'll walk in and my wife will just be like, you can just like feel a sigh And it's not every place. It's not every place. But I'm like, I immediately have to tell her, I'm like, it was an 8 out of 10 on Expedia. There was a 4.5 out of stars.
Justifying
like,
your...
just immediately. And some places I'll grant you are like,
yeah.
hey, I'm not having fun here either, by the way. But,
right.
you know, it all falls on me because I'm the travel agent. I'm the one that books it.
And you guys, you are more likely to stay at lower rung hotels. That's something you like.
I like a good deal.
It's like I can't. Like I'm happy.
You can't. You drive a beat up Toyota Camry.
Yeah, but when I lay my head, I don't want to fear getting scabies or whatever.
It's not that. Jesus Christ.
I mean, all the time, like I'm like, hey, you've got a cool old sign. I'm glad that you're a little mom and pop shop. Mm-hmm. I'm glad you're there. I'm not gonna.
It's not mom and pop stuff. These are actual places.
Yeah. We generally stay at. I stay at a nicer hotel just because I can't. Like, I don't want to deal with it. I'd rather go somewhere that I know I'm gonna have a good experience and that it's not a crapshoot. I don't want a crapshoot when I'm going to get a hotel. One time when we were coming back from Oklahoma City, and we're like, hey, depending on how the vacation's going.
By the way, I feel you're grossly underestimating where we're staying. We're not staying at crapshoots, okay? We're not pulling into a lot, okay? Yeah. We're not.
It's a little like
everything is through Expedia, okay? Yeah. And then the places that we go, I don't want to stay in the hotel room. So that's it. I don't want to be there. I want to go out and do things. So I try to find a deal, $100 a night, easy.
Yeah.
I don't need to spend $250 a night to stay at a fucking hotel.
That's not something that happens. Not.
You want to talk a nice hotel?
$250.
That's a nice hotel.
I'm not staying
Don't act like your Radisson is a fucking great hotel.
No, I don't stay at the Radisson. I usually stay at Hyatt's. Hyatt's.
Jesus Christ.
That's usually what I say. As compared to, no, I don't.
Okay, anyway.
But anyhow, so we're coming back from Oklahoma City on vacation, and I built the vacation.
Gorgeous Oklahoma City for vacation.
No, my wife wanted to go to, there was like an exhibit on autism. One of our children's got a touch of it. So, no, it wasn't autism. It was for dyslexia. And so she wanted to go and see that. So, yeah, take the rim shot back.
That's what I was gonna do.
So anyhow, and it's like, I don't know why the fuck not go to Oklahoma. I don't know. There's got to be something in Oklahoma. I've been for years. I'm like, we should go to Arkansas. There's got to be something interesting in Arkansas, right? There's got to be. It's an entire state. There's got to be something interesting happening in Arkansas. So I
mean, I've heard Little Rock's nice, but
yeah,
also on the list of the most crime-riddled cities in America.
I'm not. Yeah.
Arkansas has like 3 of them.
Hot Springs, maybe. I don't know.
Maybe. Anyway.
So I'm like, if this is like one of our first big road trips as a family, I'm like, if this goes off the fucking rails, we can leave from Oklahoma City and we can just drive through the night and we can make it back home. If this is just awful, we can drive 12 hours and make it back home.
God, your vacation sounds awesome.
Yeah, well, it's like, you don't know. Talk about a crapshoot. And it was fine. So we're like, hey, you know what? Let's stop in Kansas City. There's plenty of things. Let's go hit up Kansas City. There's some interesting stuff there. Mm-hmm. And so we're like, okay, kind of last minute decision. Let's find a hotel. And it was like, oh man, I don't know what's going on, but it was tough to get a room. Mm-hmm. My wife's like, well, okay, this one's fairly inexpensive. Let's go. Okay, all right, that sounds good. It's like a two room balcony suite. Okay, all right, we can cram all the kids in that. Sure. And it was like super cheap, and
you need the balcony, right?
So we show up, and we show up, and like the 2 rooms was like, it was a little bit extra larger bathroom.
Okay.
I don't know what. Like, it was like they had this kind of weird extra space on it, and then the balcony was like, it was the grade of how the hotel was laid out. Like, there was an alley in the back that you could enter like motel style, or you can enter from inside the building. Mm-hmm. So they're like, one of those is the balcony. You tell me which one it is. Is there a balcony right outside your door versus like the alley? And so we show up, and we're like, this is a little bit rougher than I'd like. And then also I
like just knowing your living condition.
Yeah.
It seems completely antithetical that you're this way with a hotel room.
And it stunk so bad. It was like, it smelled so god awful.
Sure.
And it's like, this is just, no, there's no way.
Why don't you apply this to your daily life then?
I do. What are you talking about?
I've seen your car.
Yeah, my car is fine.
The inside of your car, and I'm not throwing stones.
Yeah, easy
Okay,
there.
I'm in a glass house, but again, you're coming at me here, and like
I'm not coming at you.
You're sitting here being like, oh, I just want this lapse of luxury here.
I don't want a lap of luxury. I just want a minimum standard of cleanliness.
I do too.
And I don't know if you're going to get that.
I do as well.
How many times have we been into a hotel room and you just walked in and you're like, this is not what we want at all.
You and me?
Well, I mean, we did in Des Moines. And
that was because you, for 7 months, said, don't worry, I'll take care of the hotels.
Well, and then
it didn't work out. And so then we needed a last-minute hotel where we were going to
sleep.
We were paying for the lodging, and so the more money we saved on lodging, which again we are there to work, we're not going to be at the hotel. The more money we can save on the lodging, the more money we can put in our pocket. So can we stay at an Econo Lodge or something like that? I can't
remember.
It might have been a Super 8.
It was rough.
Yeah, my room had black mold. Yeah, and I had to get a new room for sure. But that's not the standard of where we're going. That's a situation where we're trying to save money.
I've walked into too many hotel rooms where I'm like, I don't want to be paying
with
money
me.
Here. Not with you, but
exactly.
In general,
so this is what you're basing it off of one situation where we had incentive to save money, and it was also your fault because you were supposed to get it. And also we didn't mention this, but Cole is not here.
Cole's not in.
He was the other one who said, "Oh, my dad can get us you can get the discounts on hotels." This was 6-7 months where I'm like, "Okay, you guys are taking care of the hotels, and you both shit the bed."
Yeah.
Appropriately
I found I couldn't transfer points the way I wanted to. But
so there you go.
That's fine.
So I don't want to be. I don't want that on my record.
I know what I'm getting. And for the most part, a lot of other hotels, I'm not getting that.
Well, and you choose to go through the point system through the hotel. That's fine. I choose to go through my travel card in the Expedia points.
Yeah,
that's what I try to do. It gives me more versatility.
Gives you versatility.
And I understand what you're coming from with kids and shit like that. Like again,
and I just don't want to stay in a dump. That's
again like no one's on the other side of this argument. By the way.
Yeah, I know.
No one.
Yeah. Okay. So last night.
Oh, God.
Sitting there, I'm laying in bed. Okay. Got done watching my the newer season of Reacher. So got caught up with that. And then I'm like, well, I guess I'm going to jump over to the Righteous Gemstones.
Oh, yeah?
Because there's some episodes there. Let's go ahead and start knocking them out. First episode, fantastic. Loved it. Every single bit.
New season you're on?
New season.
Yeah, really good.
And then the second episode, it just really showed off the dichotomy of what this show is. Is this show a gritty thriller-ish, not thriller, but crime drama? Or is it a bunch of yahoos being goofballs?
It will reveal itself.
It's both? Well,
yeah, and why can't it be both?
Because it doesn't make sense.
Yes, it does.
Like the first episode,
it's not going to be you shitting on Righteous Gemstones and me trying to defend it.
The first episode, fantastic. I loved it.
They have a lot of those episodes,
really good,
where they do backstory,
and then the second episode, and they're flying around on jetpacks, and it's like this is so much buffoonery. Also, is the idea of Judy Ann's, or what's the gal's name?
The sister.
Yeah, the sister, her husband pole dancing. Is it really that much of a plot point that it had to be part of the recap of like the next episode? I'm like, is that? I thought this was just a bit. This is just a bit, right? It's just so weird. I mean,
you're gonna get into recaps. I mean, come on.
Well, no, it's like, well, sometimes, especially like towards the beginning of the season, if they're like calling back on stuff from the previous seasons, I'm like, I do need to know. Once I get into episode 4 or 5.
You might need to know. I don't know. I haven't seen the entire season. It might be a very integral part of the plot. Who knows?
Apparently. I'm like, it's just such
Here's the thing. Danny McBride is a national treasure, and what he does with his series is admirable. And it's just like we were talking about Jason Bateman being the State Farm commercial, and you were like, "Oh, Jason Bateman can get his money, absolutely.
He can get his money."
And it's a situation where, I'm not
happy about it.
I'm not I'm not trying to stop Jason Bateman from getting a paycheck. Yeah, but does it have to be this way? But it's fine. It's fine.
It's fine.
But again, somebody like Danny McBride, I'm like, the dude just creates. I love it. That's all it is. And whether it's your cup of tea or not, that doesn't really matter. But the guy and his small team have created a lot of really good stuff. And you know what? For the most part, they do it by themselves. They moved to Charleston, South Carolina, and are basically just creating their own production world.
Their own little part of, good for them.
All of that, I'm like, tip of the cap. Are they all going to be bangers? Nope. Yeah. I personally enjoy Righteous Gemstones. I know you don't, but that's fine.
Yeah, I mean, this first season, this new season.
I've only seen the first 2 episodes.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's, I'm glad Walton
I always
Goggins.
trust that there's a through line. Like, I do think he's a very good storyteller. I think he has an idea of what he wants to do, but anyone that creates something, there's the thing they want to do and the way that it turned out.
Right.
And I think for the most part, he does a really good job. Like, the ending of Eastbound and Down is absurd and also good as well.
Yeah.
It's completely dumb, but also that's kind of his...
Right.
That's his bread and butter.
Did you watch Vice Principals?
Yeah.
Okay.
That didn't have an ending.
It was 2 seasons, right?
I think 3. Yeah. But it didn't have an ending, if I remember correctly.
Okay. Yeah. But I never watched it just because I'm like, something doesn't feel right. So
that's fine. That's fine. It's not for everybody.
No.
I'm just happy that we got off the Reacher talk that quickly.
Oh, so Jack Reacher.
No.
Also,
would I rather you talk about Reacher or Japan?
This new season of Jack Reacher, the guy playing Jack Reacher is just like he's a big hunk of a man, and I feel like this new season they have gone to great lengths to have him with his shirt off at any possible turn. It's just like, oh. Did he have to be shirtless in this one?
Did
like
it get
this episode
stripped off by like a wind turbine or something?
No, he's just like I gotta go swim across the ocean real quick, and it's like,
well, it's gonna be drag.
Did you want to? Did we have to do that?
He's gonna swim across the ocean.
Yeah, well, across like a bay.
Oh, well, that's different than the ocean.
Yeah, it's in the ocean.
But you don't want drag on you.
No,
you don't want drag.
Well, he's got enough muscles, and the washboard abs gonna create a lot of drag.
Look, if you had washboard abs, you'd be finding reasons to take off your shirt the entire time. Okay.
It was a lot, and I can't remember if we have ever seen his ass before in the previous 2 seasons, and now it's like, this is like the 3rd or 4th time I've seen this guy's ass. It's not baby body.
Does it make you uncomfortable?
No, it's fine. Like he's basically built like Arnold Schwarzenegger in T2. Like that's his
the body
his
build
physique
he was going for.
That's what he's got. I'm like, sure, I guess.
Sure. You see Arnold's ass in that.
Yeah, like once though, right? Maybe twice.
Well, yeah, once he gets close. You might see it a couple times in the middle, like in the when he initially can't find clothes.
I need your boots and your clothes and your bike.
Yeah. So there's nothing wrong with that.
I nailed that impression.
You really did.
That was absolutely perfect.
Books.
Oh, that's not Arnold. I thought that was Arnold saying books.
No.
Again, give it time. Trust Danny McBride, or don't. You don't have to watch it. That's fine.
I just want more episodes. There's this glimmering, shining, amazing episode that is like, oh, this is really good. And there's a really great song in it that I've never heard before in my life. And I was like, oh, this might be my new jam, this Boots Money song. It's really good. Real bluesy. It's good. Anyhow, it's so good. And maybe that's just...
there might be more to come.
The special actor that's in it as well. I don't know if they spoil that. I don't know. Is it really a spoiler?
That Bradley Cooper was
Bradley Cooper, yeah. Thanks.
No.
You spoiled it.
No.
I'm not the bad guy now.
It's been out for about 3 weeks. So I'm pretty sure if you watch the show. And also, I don't think it's a big spoiler that Bradley Cooper's in it.
Yeah. No, it's good.
And it's a surprise.
And he was fucking great.
Yeah.
The whole episode was fantastic. And it's like, I want more of this. Not...
But there's also a contingent of people that want more of the other thing and didn't like that. So, again, you're stuck between a rock and a hard place.
How could you not like that?
Because if you want the goofy, gemstones being gemstone stuff, it's a bit of a turn. But I appreciate any artist taking a swing, and that's what they're doing.
I feel
whether it lands or not, that's the beauty of art.
Particularly like this whimsicalness of the season is a lot different than previous whimsy. Like previous buffoonery was, okay, all right, you guys. It was somewhat grounded in reality-ish.
Yeah.
As compared to this new season.
But do you know the tone of the show is that these are rich, spoiled children that have been given everything in their life and still think they have it tough or like this is what would happen. This is the
and
lengths.
there's parts of that, but there's also just sections where it's like,
And it's
well,
also
this
a
is just a
commentary on the giant, big fucking mega churches and the
yeah,
ability for them to have a jetpack. Something tells me Danny McBride didn't come up with jetpacks out of nowhere. I bet.
sure.
It's like when Matt Stone and Trey Parker, we recently saw this. They so Butters' character. Are you familiar with Butters?
Yeah.
So he at one point in the show for an episode, he has to pretend to be a girl, and they call him, and his name is Margarine.
Okay.
Okay, which is margarine.
Yeah.
spelled, but
yeah.
they call it margarine. Okay,
'Kay.
so there's Butters, and then
It's
there's
fake Butters.
Yeah, and then there's another episode where they do a Last of the Mexicans, where they're playing Texans and Mexicans, and they have to. The whole thing is the Mexicans can't cross the border, and the Texans, have to stop them.
Okay.
And so Butters' character in that is Mantequilla, which is
I don't know that.
is a Mexican butter.
Okay.
Yeah. So again,
That's good.
you know how much I love South Park.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not expected to know Mexican butter,
Right.
but
No, that's good.
Matt Stone and Trey Parker or the
That's
writer's
good.
room is basically like, you know what we can do? Quick, type.
Yeah.
What's Mexican butter? Oh,
Yeah.
Mantequilla.
That sounds
Sure,
good.
that sounds great. Let's
Yeah.
roll with that.
Yeah.
And that's again, I appreciate.
That's a fun
I appreciate
little layer.
that effort. I always appreciate when they do something like that. And again, it doesn't have to be like, you don't have to tell people, hey, by the way, this is Mexican butter.
Right.
You just leave it for people to find.
Yeah.
And so I feel Danny McBride, I don't know him personally.
Oh, you don't?
No. But
Oh.
I feel that it wasn't just, and it might be just, hey, if we can get jetpacks, let's try to get jetpacks.
Yeah. But it wasn't real jetpacks. It was fake jetpacks.
They were fake jetpacks.
Yeah.
Exactly.
They're not going to risk
Adam
Devine,
Adam Devine, yeah.
not Adam Levine.
No.
I get those two mixed up way too often.
Most people do. Their names are really similar.
They're very similar.
No, I was watching. I've been going through Reno 911, and there's a whole season. There's a whole like 2 seasons that I haven't seen that were on like Paramount Plus or anything like that.
Right. Like when they came back, like was this post COVID or was it right before COVID?
They did some stuff. It seems pre-COVID, and then they also went to that. Remember that like streaming service that came out that all did shorts.
Oh,
I forget what the fuck it was called.
what the fuck's it called?
This is where Cole should be here, but
It's not Tubi.
it's not Tubi, but it's something similar to that. Like
It's not Crackle.
it's like Kubi or something.
It's something stupid. Yeah.
Anyway, they did stuff on that. That was post-COVID because those
Yeah.
were like just little shorts. But this was like actual episodes, and you can tell like they have a budget, which is fun.
Oh,
They
no.
play around. No, they play around.
Yeah.
It's really fun. They do really funny things with it. Like there's a lot of like real explosives that they do.
Sure.
They do a lot of. There was a New Orleans funeral one shot that they did where.
Okay.
They have to walk through a construction site, and it's a beautiful one shot that they do, and they're carrying a casket, and there's a New Orleans marching band and everything, and then they're like doing these controlled demolitions of things just as they're walking through, and it's probably a 5-minute
Oh, wow.
one shot, and it's like, oh yeah, they couldn't have done this in
No.
season 2
No,
of
absolutely
Reno
not.
911.
Yeah.
So it's just like, hey, we have a budget. What can we do? Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know. And you could tell like the explosions, like the real explosions, is a through line of the 1 or 2, like season 7 and season 8.
They're just
where
we can do it.
we
Why
can
not?
do it. Yeah, fuck
Why-
it. Yeah,
why
absolutely.
not?
Let's try to do it.
Why not?
Which, if you're given that situation, you'd be like, yeah,
Yeah.
well, if we can, we
Sure.
absolutely. Let's add explosives. Again, it's cops. It's a parody on
Yeah.
cops. So
Yeah. It's
not-
good.
It doesn't
It's good.
need to be highbrow. Or it doesn't need to look fantastic.
No.
It
no.
actually should look shitty a lot
It
of the
should
times.
look. It should look shitty.
Yeah, exactly.
When they moved up to HD, it's like, oh, no.
They did a whole thing with that too. They did a whole bit
Did they?
when they moved up to HD. They had like a fake. The Community did the same thing, like where the tone of the show is not reflective of other hit shows.
Yeah.
And so they openly like add a laugh track to the thing, and they go through and they're talking about like Reno 911 specifically, where characters had died off because the parade float they made crashed into a fireworks building
Okay.
and blew up or whatever. And they're going through, and now they're in HD, and there's laugh tracks to everybody, and he's like saying like so and so died and whatever, and they're laughing at it and everything like that. And then it turns out there's just a TV on, and he shuts the TV off, and that's where the laugh track's coming from. It's like, that's great.
That's good. That's good.
And Community did the same thing with was that season 3 reboot or season 3?
Season 4 was the gas leak year,
where
right?
they start off with the musical number, you know.
Yeah. No, season 5 is when they did that was after the gas leak year, I think. I can't remember.
No, because they start off where Fred Willard plays Pierce in the actual TV show.
Right.
In Abed's
You're
brain.
right. That's
Hold
yeah.
on.
Books. Yeah, that
See,
was
now it's applicable.
Now it's applicable Abed.
See?
Yeah, I'm trying to
And we got a show title, Applicable Abed.
applicable Abed in the morning.
So I had a situation. It was my wife, she babysat our niece and nephew over the weekend, so she wasn't around the house. And so we ended up getting a drink over the weekend. And I was just recapping.
With the kids?
No. Left them at the house. So I was recapping the weekend with her and everything like that, getting caught up and everything. Yeah. And we went to our normal place and everything, and very packed because of March Madness and all that stuff.
A lot of March Madness
Going on. But all we really want to do is kind of just hang out for a little bit, talk, get caught up. There was things that I wanted to tell her.
Things that need to be said.
Things that need to be said.
These are my disappointments in you this weekend.
Exactly. This is one. And there was none because she wasn't around. So
but that's one. You weren't around. You weren't available for me emotionally.
Yeah, you weren't available emotional for him. So we get there, and there's 2 spots at the bar, so we sit down. And then there's a guy that's a regular at the bar that, we're like, hey, how's it? We'll say hi. That's it.
Chummy, I'd say.
I don't go to a bar to sit around and talk to the other people at the fucking bar.
Yeah.
I don't want to. If I go to the bar, I'm hopefully with somebody I know that I can sit there and talk to. But I'm not going there to actively have a conversation with this random
Who's
person.
at the bar?
Exactly.
This isn't your Cheers.
This isn't my Cheers. And if anything, I'm the guy that you never see in Cheers.
Yeah.
But he's at the bar.
He's at the bar.
But, I do think that hipster Cheers reboot would work pretty well.
Just people sitting there in silence drinking.
Yeah. Well, but also talking about, oh, God, maybe it wouldn't work. Anyway, so my wife and I were very clearly talking to each other.
In a conversation. Active.
And this dude sitting to the left of my wife is just staring bullets at us. Just absolutely can't wait to interject in the conversation.
Ah, jeez.
And so I was telling her about the band that we covered on Friday. We covered a very progressive, woke band.
Yeah.
I think that would be the best way to put it.
Yeah.
Yeah. They definitely did not vote for Trump. I'll tell you that.
No,
and then they
actively protested against him.
Yes, which is their right to do. Absolutely, whatever you want.
Yep.
And I think we both came to the conclusion it's just it's fine. I just don't know why you have to wear it like a personality. I don't know why.
Honestly, I was fine with them. It was okay. This is who you are. I'm glad that you tied it back into whatever. I'm trying to remember. What was it? Not Panic at the Disco. What was the Killers?
The Killers.
It's oh, sure. Okay. Thank you for putting your finger on exactly
what you're trying to go for.
What you're trying to go for. Thank you.
Right.
I appreciate that. And then it was just the one song is okay. I mean, you guys are who you are. That's great. I'm not saying you shouldn't be that way at all, but now
it got heavy-handed.
It's a lot. This is not subtle. This is not
correct.
Innuendo. This is not left up for interpretation.
No.
This is okay.
Face value. There's a runway for tolerance, and then there comes to a point where it's okay, it's a bit much. And if I wasn't working, I would have just left. But
Sure.
but we're here working, and I could see from the pictures of this band and stuff like that. I'm like, I know this. I know exactly what this is going to be because, like you said, there's no nuance. Everything's very upfront in your face. So okay, so we're there, and it didn't annoy me, but it got to a point where it's all right, we're done. We can be done. Yeah. Absolutely. And so I was just telling her about that. Okay. And the guy looks over and he's actively listening to me just describe kind of what I did to you. And he looks over and he's like, Bobby, so you're a writer and a band guy and everything like that. Are you conservative? And I'm like, no, I'm a libertarian is what I want. I told him I'd like it all to burn down to the ground is what I would like it to do.
That's anarchy.
Well, there's a little bit of that. It'd be nice. And so then becomes this thing where again he's like, well, I don't want to get into it, but my God, so you're I can't believe are you conservative, blah blah blah, all out having this identity politics conversation with me. When again, we're not turned to
Yeah.
you. We're not looking. You eavesdropped into our conversation.
Right.
I was talking about an experience that I had where, again, I'm assuming just like the MAGA side, it gets a bit much, and you'd like to be able to be like,
Yeah.
all right, cool, I'm done. You know,
Yeah.
it goes back to the conversation that I had with when we went to our friend's birthday in Cedar Falls and listening to the transitioning conversation, and then going to the small hick bar and listening to the creating the Tesla sex dolls.
Yeah.
Both were a bit much.
It's a lot.
And I
It's a
wanted
lot.
to leave both conversations. And
Well, you don't want to be. I'm not a part of any of this. No, thank you.
exactly. That's
Well, it's
where
just such a weird thing, such a weird concept of just like, hold on. Did he use your name? You're friends with. I mean,
he knows my name. I know
You're familiar.
his name.
You're familiar enough to refer to each other by
Correct.
first name.
But he's also a person where I only know his name because I hear other people call him his name.
Oh.
So that's like. There's very few people in the bar setting where I'm like,
Outside of
your
bartenders.
name,
outside of bartenders.
Yeah, bartenders, you want to know their name.
Yeah.
Because that's helpful. But yeah, people, it's like, oh, I kind of might know your name, but I'm gonna wait for someone else to say it, which they generally will.
Yeah.
But from that conversation on, he just would not stop interjecting. It's to the point where I was like, do we, like, other spots opened up at the bar? I'm like, do we just move? Do we just move? I'm like, no, that'd be rude.
That's rude.
You know? But he's not getting the hint, and I'm pretty sure he gets the hint, and he just kept going and kept going and kept going because of crippling loneliness. I believe is what it is.
That's sad. Yeah, was it the other day when we were at the same bar watching March Madness? Woo.
Yeah.
And all three of us were sitting there. We're at the bar having a good time, and this guy who is clearly hammered. It's 1:00 in the fucking afternoon. This guy is fucking blitzed, and it sits right behind me. I'm turning away from him, but I can feel 1,000% that this guy wants to.
Feel his eyes.
He wants to have a conversation. I'm like, I am not doing that. I am not entertaining. I have no tolerance right now to entertain this drunken conversation. There's plenty of times where I was like, I can play along and have some fun, but no, that's not something I want to have.
It's case by case, and it's also when you feel their fucking eyes, and they don't. Yeah. All they can do is just wait to say something. Like, and again, I don't go to a bar to do that at all, and I don't even want to get into like a pleasant conversation, like a pleasantry conversation with these people.
Sure.
I just want to sit there, watch the game. That's what I'm primarily there for, and talk to the people that I came with to the bar with. But speaking of March Madness, we did a Chat GPT.
Yeah, how's the Chat GPT looking?
It's exactly 56.8% correct.
Okay.
All right.
How is that comparatively?
Well, it's not perfect. I'll tell you that. Okay.
That's nobody.
Yeah. Do we officially all the brackets? Can you look that up while I do this?
Yeah, I know, like, as of,
because this has been an interesting March Madness where there has not been like a crazy upset. That's a real
outside of McNeese, which I like a guy at work I know. He had McNeese on his bracket.
I had McNeese in a bracket.
Yeah, so like it wasn't that's nuts. So I remember it was Friday afternoon, and he pulled up the stats, and it was like 0.003% brackets are still perfect.
But that's crazy.
So under one, like,
no, but
a thousandth of a percent.
Because that was what day?
That was like Friday afternoon.
Oh, Friday afternoon.
So I mean,
that's about right.
Not even halfway through.
I heard
the
different
second
numbers,
day.
but if you look that up, I'll tell everybody about what the Chat GPT results are, because we did the Sweet 16. So they got Auburn correct. Auburn, not over Louisville is what they had. It was Auburn over Creighton. They had Texas A&M over UC San Diego, and that is not the case. Michigan is there, so they got that one. They're 1 for 2. They're 1 for 3 now because Iowa State advanced over Mississippi. Or no, I'm sorry, Ole Miss advanced over Iowa State. They had Iowa State advancing, so they're 1 for 3. 2 for 4 because Michigan advanced. 2 for 5. No, 3 for 5. Sorry, 3 for 5 because Florida advanced. Maryland advanced, so they are 5 for 6. Right? No,
So,
5 for 7.
5 for 7.
5 for 7. Texas Tech advancing 6 for 8. They did not have Arkansas advancing, so they're 6 for 9. Duke, 7 for 10. And then Arizona, they did have Arizona advancing, so 8 for 10.
Okay.
8 for 11, because Wisconsin did not.
Nope.
9 for 12, because Alabama advanced.
Okay.
They had Gonzaga over Houston, so 8
Nope.
for 13.
8 for 13.
Purdue over, they had Purdue over Clemson, but it was McNeese, so
Yeah.
9 for 14.
Sure.
And then 9 for, I got to make sure it's right. Yeah, 9 for 15. And then 10 for 16
Okay.
for the Sweet 16. So,
That's not great.
no, well, hey, this is an experiment here.
It's an
This is what
experiment.
people don't understand. This is why we were talking about, it's insane. They were 63% for the Sweet 16. We can see what the national average is here for the people that got the Sweet 16 correctly predicted.
After the Kentucky-Illinois game,
Okay.
that was the last remaining perfect bracket.
Well, that's pretty good.
Last night's
That was the last perfect game.
That was the last perfect bracket went out last night.
That's pretty good.
So more than 34 million brackets have been entered across NCAA between Yahoo, ESPN, CBS, USA Today, and X's bracket challenge. So 34 million, and through the first day, after the first day, only 36,000 out of 34 million were still in perfect shape.
Out of what day?
After one day of play.
After one day. Yeah, it's wide sweeping.
So went from 34 million to 32,000.
Yep.
That's a dramatic.
That's
a big
culling.
cut.
That's what happens.
Yeah. So this was it took 43 games, which is the second best number of games to have a perfect bracket.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't.
I was going to say, to get to Sunday night.
2019 was the last time where he made it all the way to Sweet 16. So 50 games. The guy made 50 games before
That's pretty
having
good.
his bracket not be perfect.
That's pretty good.
That's crazy.
Under 1% of brackets are still perfect, yada, yada, yada. I'm trying to see quick here on the fly if we can get the average, the percentage of people that got the Sweet 16 right.
Right.
Just to see what this number is. But perfect bracket. Well, this is perfect bracket odds. This is historical context. This is interesting.
Okay.
The probability of predicting a perfect 63-game NCAA bracket is as high as 1 in 9.2 quintillion.
That's a lot.
That's crazy.
That's a lot.
This is where I think that
That's where that number doesn't exist.
Here's also what happens is, well, theoretically does, but
not in my brain. I can't hold that many zeros.
that's fair. No one's asking you to.
Yeah.
Here's what I have a problem with is that I went to a bar to make a lot of brackets because, again, it's fun to make a bracket. Who gives a shit? But the amount of people that give you shit about your bracket being busted or something like that, like, oh, it's gonna get busted. I'm like, no shit, Sherlock.
Yeah, that's everybody.
I'm not sitting down here to write a perfect bracket. Like, it'd be cool. Like,
Yeah.
This should be a human mountain we should be trying to achieve. It should be something that we should be rooting people on. We shouldn't be
Everybody should be putting in 1,000 brackets just to
let's get this fucking thing
We
done.
got to get this thing cracked, guys.
This
we
is
got to
insane.
get it cracked.
Since 1985,
nobody,
billions of brackets,
nobody,
and no one's gotten to the last game. No one's gotten anywhere fucking close.
Sweet 16 is the best.
Exactly.
That's the best we've got.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
Even with informed predictions, the odds are estimated to be as low as 1 in 28 billion. So, in informed predictions, what does that even mean? But again, we shouldn't be I don't know.
Somebody should have this cracked already.
That's what I love about it. It's this is a huge, fun statistical math probability problem, and it's centered around being at a bar watching basketball. And anything and everything can happen. But my God, would you not be rooting for that perfect? If there was a perfect bracket
right now,
everyone would be rooting for that, right?
Yeah.
You should be.
That guy should be on people's shoulders.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we should be interviewing them, and there should be camera
on his face the entire time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That seems like the appropriate response.
You know what? That needs to be like part of it. That needs to be part of as soon as like you make it through the first day.
Yeah.
I think a notice should be sent out to all 32 of those 1,000 people.
Correct.
And be like, if you make it, if the second day, so halfway through the round of 64, if you make it through the second day, we are going to have a private jet waiting for you. You're going to come into CBS Studios, and you're just going to be watching basketball in the studio.
You almost win a sweepstakes.
Yes.
Like, we're going to bring you here. This is we can center it in Vegas.
Survivor style.
Exactly.
And just like, you're out.
Oh, hey, this is trademark, by the way.
Yeah,
no one's stealing this fucking idea.
This is...
you get an all-exclusive paid trip until you're done, and then you got to go.
Well, I think, you can stay for the weekend.
Well, you can stay for the weekend, but not at the place. No, I think this thing has legs because... If you take with the 32,000, by the way, here, real quick.
Okay.
Just more ChatGPT information here. This year's tournament has been notably stable, of course.
Yeah.
With top 4 seeds achieving a perfect 16-0 record in the first round. That's rarity.
That's pretty crazy.
Okay. Can you guess, since 1985, when it was expanded to 64 teams, how many other times the number 1 seeds have been 16-0.
16-0. I'm going to say probably 4 or 5.
You got to pick one.
4.
Only 6 times has it happened since 1985. So almost 40 years.
Yeah.
I guess it is technically 40 years.
Yeah.
So that's pretty crazy.
That's pretty crazy.
So, but anyway, so 32,000 people.
I would say as soon as they make it into the round of 32, whoever's left.
Here's what we got to do. This is how we make money on it. So we charge people $1 a bracket. Okay. You're going to get millions and millions and millions of people. You're going to billions of entries. $1 a bracket
billions?
Of entries. If
there's only 34 million.
I know, but we're reinventing the wheel here, buddy.
Okay.
Because if you put $1 a bracket, let's say we go through ESPN and ESPN starts charging you $1 a bracket. But if you have a perfect bracket at the end of the day, you get flown to Vegas until your bracket is busted.
I think
because that way you can generate money. That's the only. I'm trying to wrap my head around how we can generate money out of this. But $1, people would easily put $20 and do 20 different brackets.
Right.
Some people would put 100. Some people would put 1,000.
It's interesting, like, as I don't know about the other sports betting apps, but FanDuel, like, you can't do
a bracket.
You can't do a full. You can do you can parlay your bracket, which is fucking nuts.
Yeah.
I don't know why anybody would want to do that.
Right. Well, they're not getting flown to Vegas, so why?
No, they're not getting flown. I have done like a handful of these 4 teams are going to make the next round, or something like that. I've done a couple of those.
Right, but this is where we can really get. I mean, FanDuel will be a good outlet for this.
I think so.
If you can, I know ESPN has their ESPN Bets thing.
Yeah, it's probably ESPN, but I don't know.
Because they already have the infrastructure. They have a really nice.
I don't know if they'd want to go to Las Vegas though.
That's just where you're going to want to be. I mean, no one's going to want to go to Connecticut.
I don't know what's ESPN's footprint in Vegas.
I'm sure they have. There's a ESPN zone there somewhere. But again, we're talking about corporate mergers here. I'm sure there's something under the ESPN umbrella that is a minority partner in a Bally's casino or something.
We're gonna fly you out after the round of 64 is completed.
Oh, I think after the first day.
No, because there's not that many. What did I say? After the first day.
After the first day,
there's 32,000.
There's 0.0938% of brackets remained perfect.
36,000 brackets remained after the first day of the tournament.
So that day, that next morning, you're flying, or that night, that morning, you're flying to Vegas.
So also you need a little bit of time ish, right? Mm-hmm. And so the second round began. When the round of 32 began, only 181 perfect brackets remained.
181,
which I feel like is that's I feel like that's manageable.
I get you.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure. You don't want 32,000 people.
I didn't flying 32,000, 180.
I wanted to make this an American sweepstakes.
It kind of is.
Yeah.
Because clearly this is worse than a lottery ticket.
Yeah.
Somebody told me like you have more likelihood of getting struck by lightning twice inside your house than you are to
get a perfect bracket. And again, this is where fuck the moon. We should just be looking at how do we do this.
Yeah, well, why isn't America's top brains on this? Why isn't somebody applying quantum?
This is a unifying thing, okay? This is what we're trying to do.
Just humanity's greatest moonshot is putting together the perfect bracket.
Maybe this is our calling. Maybe this is the thing that we need to do.
I didn't even fill out a bracket because I'm like,
Craziness.
I just don't feel like I
filled out enough for you.
I was like, I don't.
But you're on board with this idea.
Yeah, no, this is fantastic. This is fantastic.
So we fly 138 people.
Yeah.
We don't, but the money generated.
Somebody
flies. Yeah.
Some casino somewhere
pays for this.
Wink,
wink, nudge, nudge.
Yeah.
Yeah, because again, all eyes on you. Now we have to look in, like, as far as the TV production goes, like, how do we, again, I do like the Survivor style of it.
Yeah.
But also, it can't draw away from the game. So maybe it's just like a
picture-in-picture
box, of watching these people. Because one of the elements of being at a sports book is everyone rooting for their particular game on the screen.
Right.
You know, the last time we were in Vegas, we went to a sports book, and it was at the middle of August. Gorgeous time to go to Vegas, by the way.
Oh yeah.
It was preseason. It was preseason football.
Okay.
And it was baseball.
Okay.
And we were there on a Friday, and we were flying out on the Sunday, and I had a parlay of baseball games and everything like that going on. I won the parlay, and then was able to pay for all the other losses from the week. But these dudes getting so into this preseason football game as like Raiders, Chargers or something. No, it wouldn't be that. But anyway, they're just like yelling, like getting hooping and hollering for like third string players that aren't going to make the fucking team and everything like that. And I'm like, this is pretty fun. I do enjoy this. But can you imagine then if people, like, there has to be a grand prize for sure, obviously.
Yeah.
Do you get to be president?
No.
If you get a perfect bracket?
No, you get like the thing is, like, to make it like, it has to be equally ridiculous. It can't be just $1 million.
No,
it needs to be.
You have a better chance of winning $1 million elsewhere.
It needs to be $1 billion.
You can find $1 million.
Yeah, yeah.
Theoretically,
you can
quicker.
fall ass backwards into $1 million.
In comparison to having a perfect bracket.
You're more likely to like trip over your own dick and find a pile of money that's $1 million than you are to make a perfect bracket.
Yes.
So it's got to be like $1 billion or something absolutely astronomical, because the odds are on the house's side here.
And who is the house?
Yeah.
Who's the house?
Yeah.
I mean, are we the house in the situation?
No, because we have no vested interest outside of just getting paid for work. That's
I just want to, and this would be really easy. All we got to do is throw up 4 or 5 cameras.
This is by the way, I got a name for it.
Oh yeah.
Okay. You tell me if you like it or not.
Okay.
It's I think it might be a little divisive. The Last Loser.
The Last Loser.
Because nobody's going to win this. No one's going to make a perfect bracket.
Oh, I don't know. Well, that goes back into my whole thing
but
of
then again, gambling establishments don't want to be associated with loser.
Losing. Yeah, they don't like that.
That's not it.
And me, I don't like the whole approach of everyone giving you shit for making a bracket. Like, oh, it's going to lose. I understand if you're in a bracket or like in a tournament with somebody, you're like, oh, I'm going to. Even that I don't like the talking shit. Because again, this is chaos.
It's chaos. And that's, for me, that's why I didn't even fill out a bracket. Because I was just getting so dejected. Mm-hmm. It's like I have no idea what I'm doing. Outside of going straight chalk, I have no insights. I'm not doing any research. I'm not Rain Man pouring through statistics, hoping to find a gem. But
in this situation, though, would you put $20 down on 20 different brackets? At $1 a piece.
If I knew there was actual monetary, because brackets, in the office and with our friend groups and stuff like that, it's like, this just isn't. I don't. This is too much of a gamble. It's too much of a gamble. I can't. I don't know what's gonna happen.
You literally in a break were putting money on a women's basketball game.
No, I was checking my bet of a women's basketball game.
Name one player.
Not a single. But also, women's basketball. It's just there. I'm like, sure, I'll see what.
You would put $20 down. Be honest with yourself.
Sure. Yeah.
Put 10.
It would have to be like something I'm already involved in. I don't want to like create another account. Like that's another thing.
Sure.
It's like
Don't get lost in the weeds.
No,
here.
it sucks.
What we're talking about is getting people that would never make a bracket. This is I'll bring it back to basketball here. This is the Caitlin Clark effect. This is getting people that would never participate in this thing because why would I do? I don't know anything about it.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden they're watching the games. We're filling out more brackets because again they know that there's this thing that we're chasing. You know?
Yeah.
There is like an ESPN like you can enter in. Like to their sweepstakes and shit.
Sure.
I think like State Farm sponsors it and everything.
Yeah.
And the winning bracket gets like $1 million, some shit like that. But not for a perfect bracket. I think and Warren Buffett's put up how much money every year.
So much money for somebody
a perfect bracket.
Because it's not ever going to happen.
But
in
what
our
he's
lifetime.
doing is not being advantageous and looking forward to
Yeah.
us actually achieving
I
this
think
thing.
we can make this work. I think we can pull some connections here.
Yeah.
And we can do this.
Got to run this up the flagpole.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I think I like that, and just the idea of like people just hooting and hollering. I mean, that's like,
we just have to leave them there. We
Yeah.
can't go full Greg Probst, right? He's the host of Survivor.
Yeah.
We can't give them challenges.
No,
the challenge is already
no.
set.
The challenge is that, but just like interviewing people. Hey, like, hey.
Oh, I say that though, but this came right to my brain.
Yeah.
Let's say there's a 12 seed playing a 9 seed, in the second round. Okay, you're there. Is like a lifeboat that you can be given if you get the team's mascot tattooed on your bicep or something like that.
I'm thinking more like a free throw contest or something like that.
To like stay, like you
So
can
one.
stay. Your bracket's gone.
Yeah.
your bracket because it's busted. But you can stay, like a stay challenge.
Stay challenge. Oh.
Like you can stay in the building, but you don't win the prize.
Yeah, or we break your legs. It's something like that.
No,
I know
it's
that.
not old school.
No, I'm just trying to think because, like, can you not do a buyback, but can you?
It can't have anything to do with the bracket for scientific reasons.
Well, yeah, well, clearly, well,
It's just staying in the fun, cool environment, all inclusive.
I mean, honestly, I think because we know that a bracket, there's not going to be a perfect bracket. We know that. We accept that.
Well, there's
we
a
understand.
1 in 9.2 quintillion
Yeah,
chance.
so we understand how math works and the law of averages.
Yes.
That this is almost a certain probability that no one's going to get it. So, but maybe, maybe.
Hold on. All right. So I crunched some numbers and we got a hit on our hands.
Okay.
Okay. You want to talk about longevity.
Okay.
Here, okay. So to put the 1 in 9.2 quintillion into context.
Okay.
Okay. One person filling out one bracket per second. It would take over 292 billion years to fill out 9.2 quintillion brackets.
Divide that by 34 million, would you?
Hold on 1 second.
Just to get.
If everyone on Earth, 8 billion people, filled out one bracket per second, it would still take over 36 years of constant bracket making to hit 9.2 quintillion.
I don't even. Is there even? Oh God.
The most brackets ever submitted in a single year is around 70 million. So even if every person on Earth filled out one bracket per year, it would take over 131 million years to statistically guarantee a perfect bracket.
That's still a statistic though. That's like.
But as far as, hey, you want to hit?
Oh God.
I'll give you every year. Everyone's gonna. This is gonna revolutionize television, sports. Wow.
Yeah. So okay, I got it. By the way, this is the answer.
No, this is the answer. This is perfect.
At the end of every round, so once they go from 32 to 16, all the losers. So I don't know how many would.
All the people that didn't win. Let's talk casino talk.
Well, that's everybody, right? That's everybody except for, like this year. Everybody was out.
Qualifying people.
Out of the 181 still perfect brackets going into the round of 32,
right?
None of them made it to the Sweet 16.
I thought you said the one dude was Kentucky, Illinois.
This year.
Yeah.
This year. So no. So he
They
didn't
played
make
last night.
He didn't make it to the sweet. Like he didn't complete.
He didn't complete it, but he
16.
was there. He would be in the studio watching the game, and all eyes Truman Show on him, watching and seeing how he reacts.
Yeah, except for you want to keep this going. So that's
where the second
only,
chance points come in. But
Yeah.
that's where we get.
Is it after every game? I don't know.
Where there's a chance to stay. And
Yeah,
then we
a
see
chance to stay, and like in that like
we
loss.
bring Mr. Beast in this situation.
Yeah, maybe. And well, yeah. Where, okay, so I have my perfect bracket. The first game comes up and 5 of us lose, right? Mm-hmm. So then we all get
A death match.
so in death match of shooting free throws or something like that.
1 of 5 can stay.
One of 5 can stay,
Right.
and then the next game, and then it just keeps going.
And there would be a smaller grand prize for the person who stays the longest.
Yeah.
Throughout the course of March Madness.
Last loser. Yeah, I know.
I know.
So the idea.
Oh my God, it's so juicy.
Yeah. So after every game, you've got to go and try to win back a spot.
Correct.
Win back your spot.
Maybe we do bring Greg Probst into the situation.
And then it just keeps going, getting down smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller until it's the last
person.
Yeah, last guy.
Yeah.
It might have to come down to a shootout, but
that would be appropriate.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think, maybe skee ball. I don't know.
Not at the end of the day.
Yeah, this could be a podcast.
It's a good idea.
It's a good idea.
Well, we hope you guys enjoyed that episode. And if you like this idea, please give us a 5-star review. I think this is going to be revolutionary.
This is going to be the next level of March Madness. And if you also have a crippling gambling addiction, feel free to reach out and share this with your friends who also have crippling gambling addictions.
Strength in numbers.